Good morning. It is Friday. Friday is a very important day. Weekly close happens. We take a look at the commodity market to finalize will be the position that I'll be carrying. Not me, let's say I'll be carrying. I review that, and it's a very important day for my trading style. So let's start this video. Basically, I'm going to take a look at the forex and the commodity market along with some economic data outlook. Let's see. First of all, let's get to calendar. Calendar this week. Let's remain in this week and let's look at the 3-star data and have a review at the end of the week. So इस हफ्ता we started this week is the beginning. It was the beginning of the month. So we had PMI reports. China manufacturing is stronger than expected. US manufacturing is somewhat growing in both the case. Not economies are not strong but neutral. Major downturn होते हुए नहीं दिख रहा. What we can see, inflation rate in the US or Europe, it is relatively calm. Government budget deficit in Italy has improved previous. Now this time it is minus 3.4, still high but improved. So overall improved but a fiscal contraction. मतलब government when they reduce spending, ये एक kind of, we call it fiscal contraction, and it is not overall good for economy generally speaking, but important how it is done. If we reduce waste and unnecessary cost, like it is being done by Department of Government Efficiency led by Elon Musk, so if that kind of cut is done, so it may not be contractionary if true waste are deducted. Now next we move forward with Australian GDP growth at 0.6%. Service sector has been strong in the US, that is 53.5 shown. ECB interest rate was there where it was expected European Central Bank will cut interest rate, which it did. European Central Bank has reduced the interest rates. Now finally, we have come to the last day of the week, Friday, the most important data of the week or of the month will be released, US unemployment report or non-farm payroll data. वही नहीं, रात को फेड चेयर पावेल का स्पीच भी आ रहा है. So today likely to be a volatile day. By the end, maybe Indian time पे ज़्यादा volatile नहीं रहेगा. Volatile मतलब बहुत fluctuating. So not too much fluctuating in India time because the data is in the evening. No major movement you can expect much on these days, largely on the commodities until जब तक ये data नहीं आ जाए. So आज मेरा लाइव सेशन है and ये डेटा एंड के बारे में और भी हम लोग बात करेंगे क्लास में. So those who are eligible, those who are part of CCMT or TMP, you can join in by reaching out to the course coordinators, the current batch, the September batch and the October batch. So September batch of TMP and October batch of TMP. Now let's look at the market overall heading into non-farm payroll. हम लोग कैसे proceed करेंगे? We will look at first the interest rates, then we are going to look at the forex market, then to the commodity market, and finally to the global equity market. So let me start. First, I'm going to take a look at the interest rates. So interest rates have been declining, US 10-year interest rates steadily. थोड़ा रिवर्सल दिख रहा है, मींस रेंज बाउंड मूवमेंट. Important to note, as we head to non-farm payroll, it is showing reversal, and ये range में थोड़ा time बिता सकता है. It can spend in a range of 4.11, 4.1 से लेके ये upper range 4.5. It can spend some time in the range. Now let's go to short-term interest rates, that is 2-year interest rate. 2-year interest rate still declining, close to important base. So it is just a notch below the 4% level, and it can come lower. So market, I expect the 2-year interest rates can remain within this range until the Fed meeting is coming up by 19th of March. Now let's look at interest rates के बाद I'm going to take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index is very important overall view of the dollar. So dollar has been very bearish. हम लोग ये expect किए थे. We saw the changes. Last जो bounce back ये हम लोग देखे, they did not sustain. Significant downside pressure. Important support level is, I think, taken out now. These are taken out. And dollar can decline further, but interest rates, what's happening with the interest rates will be important. But interest rates को देखते हुए, I think the pressure dollar के ऊपर overall रहेगा, क्योंकि short term interest rates still falling. Now we will go to Germany interest rates, that is the 2-year interest rate, which is more short term interest rates, is trying to rise. This is interesting. I think this is one of the things that is fueling the dollar decline, because this is good for euro, and dollar index is a mix of euro and other currencies. But this European Central Bank cutting the rates while the 2-year interest rates overall showing upside, this is, I think market is somewhat not convinced with the euro. यूरोप का जो इंटरेस्ट रेट्स मैं लास्ट बार भी हाईलाइट किया था, एज नेचुरल गैस प्राइस इज बुलिश, आई एम बिकमिंग मोर बुलिश फंडामेंटली ऑन interest rates in Europe overall. That means bearish on European bonds. So that is an opportunity, but then largely Indian retail players खेल नहीं पाएंगे. Those who have the access, you might want to take a look at the short bond approach, where I will short the German bond, short-term bonds. I'll go for this chart. This is a relative trade one will do bond market. So I'll go for the German bond, that is the 2-year, and I'll short it, and well, I'll go long on US 2-year. So it will be a relative trade, less risky, but this kind of trades are very common in the bond market. Let's look at where the main tension also is, that the interest rates is going up. यहाँ पे मैं देख रहा हूँ थोड़ा long term interest rates, that is the 30-year rates, and it has been quite on the higher side UK में. That will create a budget problem for the UK overall. So interest rates जो है ये developed world के लिए एक major concern it remains. Let's look at India का situation. India, I'll look at the 10-year interest rates. So overall our interest rates जो है वो stable रहा, and थोड़ी and it has actually been gone down significantly, which overall it is good, but important है क्या fuel क्या कर रहा है, why it is going down. Of course some people will highlight the inflation. and I have some doubts that it could be related to the growth कि इंडिया का जो growth potential probably slow down हो रहा है, demand and others, and that is getting reflected in the long term interest rates. But overall interest rates, if it declines, it's not a bad scenario. But inflation के वजह से अगर inflation is expected to be low, then it's good. That interest, but if inflation अगर expected है high, then actually real interest rate ये 10 years से नीचे जा रहा है. इंडिया का short term interest rates को थोड़ा देखेंगे, which is going down. Looks like we can expect some more cuts from Reserve Bank of India. ये जो ट्रेजेक्टरी देख पा रहे हैं, मतलब जिस तरह ये अगर मूव कर रहा है, आप अगर देखेंगे, इट इज अ क्लियर ट्रेंड में ये नीचे की तरफ मूव हो रहा है. सिमिलरली आप यहाँ पे भी चार्ट पे देख पाएंगे एक स्टेडी डाउन ट्रेंड दिख रहा है इंडिया का 2 ईयर इंटरेस्ट रेट्स में. सो दिस इज द लेवल. आई थिंक इंडिया का 2 ईयर इंटरेस्ट रेट्स can drop a bit further. That means somewhere around 2 more rate cuts very much possible from the Reserve Bank of India. अब हम लोग चले जाएंगे. आफ्टर लुकिंग एट दिस we'll look at other currency opportunities जो मैंने हाईलाइट किया था with the break, that is euro. डेली चार्ट में जो लोग करेंसी लास्ट वीडियो देखे थे, you might remember कि यूरो एंड जीबीपी इनका चार्ट में ब्यूटीफुल ब्रेकआउट था, ये रहा. एंड लग रहा है देखिए फर्दर राइज यूरो में वेरी वेरी मच पॉसिबल. 1.1015, ये 1.10 लेवल तक राइज होना इज वेरी वेरी मच पॉसिबल फ्रॉम यूरो. Then we are looking at GBP USD. Sorry for the noise. I think if you are getting any noise. So GBP USD also gave a beautiful break and move to the upside. INR लगेगा कि stable है, but actually it is not. INR steadily value lose कर रहा है in the latest run. लेटेस्ट रन में इंडियन रुपी, यूरो INR, GBP INR के अगेंस्ट शार्प डिक्लाइन हुआ. सो आप देखेंगे यूरो INR ऊपर जा रहा है, मतलब इंडियन रुपी इज लूजिंग वैल्यू सिग्निफिकेंटली अगेंस्ट द यूरो. तो लग रहा है यूएसडी को देखिए कि INR अभी स्टेबल हुआ है, बट नो, इट्स अगेन इट इज स्टिल ऑन द लूजिंग साइड. तो ये लूजिंग साइड देखने के लिए वी विल गो टू ईएन मैक्रो माइक्रो. Traders inside. No, not traders inside. Let's look at, the forex. फोरेक्स को देखते हैं. एंड फोरेक्स में हम लोग ईयर टू डे या लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का परफॉर्मेंस देख सकते हैं. एंड 3 मंथ्स में इंडियन रुपी इज स्टेडीली डिक्लाइन. इफ यू लुक ईयर टू डे, Indian rupee has declined, whereas other currencies, many of the currencies have gained. So INR basically stable है नहीं, ये value steadily lose कर रहा है against different currencies. नेक्स्ट हम लोग करेंसी मार्केट के बाद थोड़ा ग्लोबल मार्केट कमोडिटी मार्केट को एक बार देखेंगे. कमोडिटी मार्केट का सिचुएशन क्या है. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द गोल्ड. एंड कमोडिटी मार्केट देखने के लिए वी विल आल्सो सेटअप को एडजस्ट करेंगे. फाउंटेन ऑफ गोल्ड से वी विल सिलेक्ट द कमोडिटी सेटअप. First, let's look at gold. Gold is consolidating. एक consolidation phase में gold हमें wait करना पड़ेगा for the real clarity. But I think एक downside pressure आ रहा है gold में. But level of correction can remain low. मतलब $100 से about $130, मतलब ये लेवल तक मैं करेक्शन मैक्स एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूं अभी. But even gold is showing steady strength, correction more flattish, एक flat rangish correction हो रहा है, जो basically show कर रहा है कि yeah, gold is strong. After consolidation, it can once again start its journey. Let's look at silver. This is international silver chart. Once again, ranges. आज एक full green candle it has come, but the candle is too small and white cross is outside the candle body. आप देखेंगे ये जो white cross है ये outside the candle body. So it is a warning कि remain cautious that this may not be an awesome buy. नीचे के strength meter से दिख रहा है कि silver has been better than gold lately and base metal has been particularly strong. I have some open positions in base metals and you should never ever listen to others and trade. Take my videos as more of a guidance than actual trades because trades are continuously happening, squaring off. I'm not able to always tell you in the right time. क्रूड ऑयल जैसे ब्यूटीफुल सेल ऑफ था जिस उस टाइम पे हम लोग का क्लास चल रहा था. आई टॉक्ड अबाउट देयर कुड बी अ प्राइस एक्शन बियरिश चांस once again crude oil and a beautiful move downturn crude oil has been. So still very much bearish in crude oil. It has stretched, it can reverse a bit but it is not bullish, far away from being bullish. We are looking at copper, which has given some good break. So it is down today, but it has given a good break. And it remains possible that copper will remain either bullish ही रहेगा या तो bullish range maintain करेगा. And copper में due to President Trump's tariff and tariff threat थोड़ा प्रीमियम हेवेयर हो रहा है कि लंदन मेटल एक्सचेंज में कॉपर प्राइस एंड कॉमिक्स में जो कॉपर प्राइस उसमें डिफरेंशियल दिख रहा है. नेक्स्ट हम लोग देखेंगे लास्ट इज द नेचुरल गैस. नेचुरल गैस रादर एक आफ्टर अ गुड मूव ये थोड़ा रेंजिश बिहेवियर शो कर रहा है. सो आई थिंक though it is bullish, I am still bullish on natural gas fundamentally, but थोड़े टाइम ये रेंज में भी साथ it can spend some time in range. So basically natural gas I'm bullish, but natural gas I think as the summer will come up, injection period will come up, like inventory build up, that will gradually I think natural gas will continue to remain bullish. But that view can change, but for now I think this is the case. Now finally last I'm going to take a look at the overall global market. So इसके लिए I'll change once again the setup to index and I'll look at different index, but this time थोड़ा higher time frame में देखेंगे which is the weekly chart and setup को change कर लेंगे या index में I've done it. फाउंटेन ऑफ गोल्ड भी आप कर सकते हैं या तो इंडेक्स करने से नीचे टेबल आ जाता है, a clear look मिल जाता है. वीकली चार्ट S&P we got a sell off. I discussed about this in other social media as well. हाईलाइट किया था कि this is a possibility कि S&P is turning bearish and S&P is bearish. Now we are looking at next is Dow Jones. Let's look at the Dow. I think Dow has formed a very important top. कितना bullish होगा that we'll be able to see, but Dow is not bullish. It's actually bearish. So कितना bearish होगा we'll be able to see in future. Nasdaq significant drop down may come back, but at this point it is bearish. It's a low probability mixed market. अभी भी buyers are strong in certain areas. but bear power has reached almost 9 factors out of 12. And 3 factors, more long-term factors, are still bullish, others are not. Next, we are looking at, let's take Australia, bearish, New Zealand, bearish pressure. So globally, broadly bearish pressure दिख रहा है. Japan bearish pressure in a range though, एक टाइट रेंज में, बट bearish pressure एकदम दिख रहा है. नेक्स्ट आप देख सकते हैं, दिस इज पहली सेल ऑफ हुआ था, तो ये कंसोलिडेट कर रहा है. साउथ कोरियन इंडेक्स, चाइना rather Hong Kong is showing strength. Hong Kong is significantly showing strength. So among equity index, rather Hong Kong and China exposure, ये बहुत बढ़िया है. Singapore is showing strength. So limited market like Vietnam is showing strength. So limited market, so इसमें we are able to see some bullishness. Our market is also showing some recovery, but it is still far away. It's largely bearish in the weekly chart. So bullish strongest has been the Hong Kong. Now let's look at Europe. Let's some key markets in Europe, not every market. First one is Netherlands. It's basically जिसको हम लोग देख रहे हैं, it's not exactly. Let's watch this EWN. I think this is the ETF. ETF है नेदरलैंड्स में इन्वेस्ट करने का, बट ये जो हम लोग चार्ट देख रहे हैं, इट इज मोर ऑफ अ CFD कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, जो वो इंडेक्स को मिमिक कर, or rather following an index like IT40. This is a CFD contract. Next, but a very popular way to follow and trade in the market if you are abroad. Now this is Italy. Bullish has been, but I think एक topping दिख रहा है, मतलब stretched हो गया है bullishness. जैसे ये स्पेन काफी बुलिश रहा, बट एक स्ट्रेच दिख रहा है, ओपन फॉर ए करेक्शन. से डिफरेंट यूरोपियन मार्केट्स, स्पेन, फ्रांस लग रहा है अभी भी बुलिश, वाइट सिग्निफिकेंटली बुलिश. लंदन यानी यूके का मार्केट बहुत टाइम से एक रेंजिश बिहेवियर के साथ ऊपर जा रहा है. ऊपर गया रेंज, ऊपर गया रेंज, इज गोइंग अप रेंज. सो दिस rangish way it is going up. Last is German index, very strong, still quite strong. It is continuously making greater heights. So I think what we are seeing, the strength in terms of equities we are seeing in Europe, and Europe may also specifically towards Germany. Super strongest we saw some strength in France, whereas Italy, Spain, Netherlands, these are all seen stretched. And what we are seeing in Asia strength is we are seeing Singapore, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and India. We are seeing some bounce back, and sell-off pressure I'm seeing broadly in US market. So we had a broad overall overview of all the markets almost. In our next video, I'm going to cover Nifty and individual components of Nifty, as this is the end of the week. All the best to all of you. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. All the best from my side, and as always, happy trading.